Are you celebrating Columbus Day right now? If so, how? How do you celebrate for that? In today's Think Share. Hello and welcome to the Daily Think Share. My name is Zach. I'm here to bring to you what I've been thinking about, sharing about, talking about, listening to that doesn't belong in math class. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe. So today's Columbus Day. We have the day off in my school district, and I know that other places in the country do not. And in recent time, I've been hearing more and more about the fact that some states actually don't celebrate it, and they also have changed it is a federal holiday. They've changed it to the Indigenous Peoples Day. And from what I understand, Vermont last year in 2016 did that. I was actually asked recently by a student what I thought about it. And I've been continuing to think a little bit more on this issue. So I've continued reading about the holiday itself, and I thought it was an interesting comment. One of the anthropologists said, American anthropologist Jack Weatherford says that on Columbus Day, Americans celebrate the greatest waves of genocide of the American Indians known in history. I think that's a pretty powerful statement to make. And if we think about that and we think about how we've been treating them, especially when it comes to like the pipeline, I think we really owe it to the people that are indigenous to this nation, to this land, because I feel like as a culture, they've really been stepped on. I'm gonna shift what I'm talking about for a second over to the Keystone Pipeline that got placed in North Dakota or South Dakota. I just did some reading on it because I know I'm a bit fuzzy on all the details, but from what I can understand as I just went through it, there is the company in the Dakotas wanted to build a pipeline, which they said it would take down a lot of costs for the transportation of oil rather than putting on freight train, being able to put a whole, like a pipe underground. That sounds great. It's going to bring jobs, they said. They said that it was going to take down a lot of costs, and it was going to go straight through burial grounds for the Standing Rock Native American tribe. Where else in America would anyone, any politician, be okay moving burial grounds of people so that a business can save a couple million or $1 billion on something? I think people are pretty privileged in thinking about the fact that they would not have to move their grandparents that are in a local cemetery because a business wanted to build something through there. There's a lot of places in America that I think we would go out of our way to make sure that we're not going through things. But when it comes to putting in a pipeline and respecting burial grounds of someone else's tribe that maybe as a whole culture we don't completely understand, as a whole we don't do enough about it. I myself, I didn't put in a ton of effort. I talked about it on YouTube. I posted on Facebook. They didn't really cover it that much on the news. I thought it was really interesting. One of my family members brought up the fact that when this was happening in the news, the Dakota Pipeline, and how all these people were protesting and standing in front of the machines so that they would not continue digging, that was not covered on the news nearly as much as whatever else was on the news at the time. I actually don't remember what it was. I think we really owe it to the people that we took their land. I mean, let's just be straight about it. We took their land. Why would we celebrate the person that started the taking rather than celebrating the people? We talk about the holidays as we're observing them. I know this is a delicate topic, and I don't know if I'm doing it justice, but let me know in the comments. What do you think about what I had to say? I think that my main point is I think we really owe it to this group of people, because as a whole nation, as a whole culture, we have not done a great job respecting them. And since 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, we've wiped out tons of their land and we've taken it for our own. What do we owe them? I think we probably owe them a lot more than others would say we do. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. If you like this, give it a like. If you want more, subscribe. If you want to receive daily notifications for when I come out with new things, hit the bell. Thank you for watching. Hope this was useful. Stay weird.